Hey guys, it's Jade here and welcome to my channel and welcome to an alternative perspective. So guys, I've got some bad news for you. Guess what? There is another change in TV license. So the loophole that we were all creaming has now been knocked on the head. So if you don't know, guys, it was legal to watch Catch Up and iPlayer on the BBC websites without having a TV license. It was legal to watch all TV on basically a electronic device, because TV license previously only stated that you needed a license if you watched live TV. So how us license fee avoiders who wanted to do it legally did it was we basically didn't watch live TV, we watched it all on Catch Up via the internet. So now they've cracked down on this, and frankly they today it's coming to force, and they've made a few other changes. So one of the first changes they have made is because students are complaining, because they've really cracked down on students in the halls of residence, and they've been finding a lot of students, you know, for the last 10 years, because the universities and the BBC are in hand, and the universities have been allowing TV license into access into the halls of residence, and have basically been scaring students into making sure they buy a TV license. Now students are complaining, and what has happened is a TV license, they have basically said that if if your parents have a TV license and your address outside of term time from the halls of residence is your parents' address, then that license may cover you for one electronic device, so you don't have to pay for catch up if you're watching this. Now, just to let you know, guys, you can still watch legally anything online, as long as it's not on BBC iPlayer, because they are expecting people to pay the whopping £145.50 just to watch stuff online. So the line that we were all happily using of "I don't watch live TV, I watch it on catch up," really now can't be used. So my advice, just to put it out there, guys, up to you if you take it, my advice is to get a live TV, switch to live TV if you do have the facilities to. When I said live TV, I meant switch to a smart TV if you have the facilities to do so. And what you do is, if they ever decide to come knocking on your door, you literally take that plug out, because the fact is, you know, it's only if you have a working aerial. It doesn't matter if you have a TV, they can't fine you for that. It's if you have a working aerial. I have decided to stop watching TV because I think it's utter garbage. And on the TV license website, there is now a form you can fill in, which basically says you don't need a TV license. So if they do decide, which is unlikely, to knock on your door, you know, you don't have an aerial, so therefore you don't need it. So that's the new line that we can use, you know, legally. I also have stopped watching TV, as I said before, because I honestly think it's utter garbage, and I think more transparency must be needed. The fact is, we are being made to think, and it's misleading, especially the youth, the name TV license. We're starting to think that, you know, we have to have a TV license because we just have to have a license to watch TV, which is not true. This license is to solely support the BBC, one of the corruptest corporation, which is hand in hand and is used as a government propaganda machine to us. The fact is, it's a BBC tax, and the name should be changed. The fact is, many other corporations, which don't need to name, and all the other channels, they survive. They do not tax us. They may tax our brain with their awful content, but they do not tax us and charge us a levy to watch their awful shows. So we need more transparency, and we need the name to be changed to the BBC tax, because that is what it is. We're being made to think, especially the young people, we're being made to think that, you know, we need it for watching TV when we don't. It's just for the BBC, and it's horrendous how they've dragged in other channels, like you need it to watch all channels, but no, it's solely for the BBC. Now, I do think in 10 years or so, this license will be abolished. I think it's on its last legs. I'm being honest. They're clutching at straws. Their technology is also really poor. So they're saying to people, you must need a license to watch this, but they haven't enforced it, for the fact that when you go on to catch up, you don't, you know, have a password and have to put in your TV license serial number. You could just watch. So the fact that they've said this, it's paying lip service to it, you know. And of course, there are going to be some people who go out and pay to watch, to watch 10 minutes of a program on catch up. But the fact is, you know, we can get every other show online, whether it's made by the BBC or not. So, you know, I think they're doing themselves a disservice here as usual. Now, if you haven't watched my TV license series, I'll be leaving the link up here right now for those on the desktop and in the description below for those on a device. Check them out. So if you don't know, guys, I'm not a fan of TV license. I think it's an absolute rip-off. I think it's absolutely shocking that we have to pay money towards a corporation which is utterly corrupt and utterly disgusting, and has been centered around the abuse and has systematically covered up child abuse. I think it's an absolute disgrace. And if you don't know, guys, I have not paid for a TV license since I was 16 years of age, because it's bullshit. And so that's my view, guys. Let me know what you think below, and have a good day. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and share this video.